Hey up YouTube, I have been requested by a subscriber to do Elvis in the ghetto, which is shocking to me. I didn't think he ever sang about ghettos, but there you go. So let's give it a listen. I know of Elvis. I did a reaction to Suspicious Mind. And I've heard him throughout the years. I think I may have even, at some point done a few karaoke's as Elvis. Anyway, let's hear this. There's a video to it. It's only a few minutes long, and it's got 65 million views. Let's give it a go.
As a snow flies on a cold and gray Chicago morning, a poor little baby child is born in the ghetto, and his mama cries. But if there's one thing that she don't,
I didn't expect that. His voice in itself is beyond supreme, but he's talking about Chicago and the actual ghetto and a boy crying straight away. Sorry, his mother crying. Wow, okay.
need is another hungry mouth to feed in the ghetto. People, don't you understand? The child needs a helping hand. You're gonna be an angry young man someday. And take a look at you and me. Are we too blind to see? Or do we simply turn our heads and look the other way? Well, the world turns.
Come on. When was this written? How relevant is that now? I'm from the UK, I'm from North Leeds, but I spent a lot of time in the US for the company I work for. I fly over a lot. I was in Chicago just in October. Okay, admittedly I didn't go to the ghetto, but I can sense it. I can see it in the politics. I can see it in the news. There's that tension, that racial tension. It's more powerful in the US than probably anywhere in the world. It's not come about now. It's always been there. It's always been worse. It's just been amplified by a different person, different set of people. It's been brought to the surface. It's always been there, but it's never been brought to the surface. The audacity for people to talk about it openly, admit it, wear the colors of it, fly the flags of it. I'm sorry, I'm probably going on, but it's very relevant because a lot of the world does turn a blind eye to it. I've seen it here, and I've seen it in the US.
And a hungry little boy with the runny nose plays in the street as the cold wind blows in the ghetto. And his hunger burns. So he starts to roam the streets at night, and he learns how to steal and he learns how to fight in the ghetto. Then one night in desperation, the young man breaks away. He buys a gun, he steals a car, he tries to run, but he...
Sorry to pause again. He learns how to fight. That's powerful, isn't it? He's not gone out and said, I want to fight. He's had to learn. He's had to learn to defend himself, his rights, protect what he loves. And also, just because the streets are rough, streets are tough.
Don't get far and his mama cries. As a crowd gathers round an angry young man face down in the street with a gun in his hand in the ghetto. And as the young man dies on a cold and gray Chicago morning, another little baby child is born in the ghetto. And his mama cries.
That bit. Another child is born. It's a cycle. It's a circle. One dies, another one is born. There's a birth next to a funeral. It's a cycle, and I guess these words are powerful. They're profound. I mean, he's talking, I imagine, about that cycle of destruction, creation, of the most impoverished areas, the forgotten areas, the projects. I hate that word, but I've heard the word, you know. I've always listened to, you know, metal, but back in the 80s, before rap came about, I used to listen to hip hop. And a lot of, you know, the old school hip hop style that many may have not heard of. You know, you may have done, you know, obviously the NWA, the KRS-One, the Big Daddy Kane, Notia's No Job, even Cypress will Be Real, all these guys, you know, and beyond. They used to talk about the ghetto and the struggles there all the time. So a lot of it resonates, not from my personal experience. I mean, Leeds isn't exactly, you know, it's not exactly London, Paris or New York, but it's nor the ghettos of Chicago, you know, or California, or you know, some parts of New York that I've seen. Anyway. That was a strong 2 minutes. That was a lot. I will hear that again. His mama cries. It's the mother that cries, that feels the pain. Because she knows as soon as a child is born, she knows, I guess, she knows what's going to be endured. What hardships she's going to face, the child's going to face straight away. So ratings, powerful, means a lot to me. This it's not a piece of music I will hear anywhere other than by myself and reflecting and thinking, you know. It's not something you'll put on in many places. You won't put it on, obviously, in parties, gatherings, get-togethers. You may listen to it alone when you're in the car or whatever. So it's a niche appeal. I would say 68.